Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is oh no, it's not the Cosmic Creation. I was gonna say the Cosmic Creation. I have a second channel called the Cosmic Creation if you guys are interested, if you haven't gone over there. But this is Time for Tea 144. If you're new here, my name is Monse, and if you're returning, you already know what's up. You're a real one. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here. Duro. There you go. Thank you. Bye. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I just wanted to make a quick little video to encourage you guys to keep going. Okay? No matter what you're presented with, very interesting. See, and I haven't even started and Spirit's already talking, y'all. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a quick little video, to encourage you guys to keep going, keep pushing forward. Do not hold back. Do not allow fear, scarcity, like any of those tactics I'm hearing to make you doubt. Okay? Because there is nothing about you. How do I put it? There's nothing. There you go. There is nothing that you are not capable of doing. And the first card that flew out was Orion. It says a manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. Look at, we're like matching. But yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Maybe you're manifesting a whole lot of, okay. Hold on. Somebody's parking right here that I have no idea who they are. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, yeah. So there's nothing that you cannot do that is not gonna flourish, that it's not going to like, okay, hold on, I'm trying to get my words together, y'all. If you right now at this moment, right, are going through like the dark night of the soul, and you're going through the dark night of the soul, and you're like, what do I do now? Why is this happening to me? What is this? What is that? Just trust the process. I'm going to share something with you guys, okay? I've been on my journey for a year now, okay? For a year, okay? For a year. And I feel more connected to God than I have ever felt before. And I've been spiritual since I was a child. I've seen things since I was a child. I've experienced things since I was a child. Spirits have presented themselves right in front of me since I was a child. Okay? And my so-called mother, right? She didn't prepare me. She didn't guide me. She didn't say, oh, my daughter's gifted, let me support and help. Fuck no. She said, oh, this bitch is gifted, fuck her, let me throw her off this bridge. Right? So you could be this kind of person, okay, that has been, I just heard intuitive, that has been intuitive since they were a child. Maybe you always spoke truth, right? And that could be one of the reasons why people looked at you crazy or felt some type of way towards you, because you spoke truth, right? You're not the type of person that tap dances around the issues or around the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a speaker, like a truth speaker. Or maybe you say shit the way it is. You know, like you're not. I feel like you're somebody that just doesn't tiptoe around the issues, doesn't beat around the bush, doesn't do none of that. Excuse me. Can I ask what you're doing up there? ¿Te me bajas?
Okay, go in there.
Rápido pues. And so, sorry guys. And so, I feel like right now, if you are in the energy that you feel like, why is this happening to me? How come everything is going wrong? You are being molded at this point in time. You are being molded. So, like, for example, I've been on this journey for a year, right? I still have so much to learn. We're never done learning and we're never done healing. Always keep that in mind. Don't ever feel that because I've been here a year and you've only been here a month that you will never get to a place where I'm at. Or you'll never get to a place where you can feel at peace. You're gonna get there. You just have to continue to do the work and continue to stay obedient and watch everything unfold. If people that were in your life before are acting weird, it's because of it. It's because that's exactly what's happening. If you're if you have a best friend, right, and you're like, girl, let me tell you what just happened to me, and you start telling them, and she's like, oh really? That's nice. A hater. You got a hater. Okay? That is a hater.
No.
If you say, oh my God, Mom, guess what? Last night, God spoke to me. And she's like, oh yeah? And how do you know it was God? He said it. He said it was God. It was the Holy Spirit. And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. No, that sounds like some otherworldly shit. That doesn't sound like it's from God, okay? Fuck out of here. A hater. Maybe you grew up like that. And maybe even now, right? Maybe that's the reason why I said what I said. Maybe you've always been spiritual and saw things and then told your mom or told your dad or told your siblings or a cousin, right? And every time you said it, they were like, there's something wrong with you, dude. You should tell your mom to take you to the doctors. Or you should tell your mom because this is like Delulu energy that you got going on. I don't think you're all the way right over here. And that's literally that person, what they're doing is projecting that self-doubt about themselves onto you. So you can think that these gifts are not real. So you can think that these gifts are not from the divine. So you can think that these images or visions or whatever it is that you're feeling or seeing, they don't want you to see. I feel like they don't want you to fuck, I'm having a hard time talking, dude. What is going on, Spirit? Like, they don't want you to they don't want you to reach your highest potential because you're going to surpass them. And because they are a hater on the low, right? Pretending to be a supporter, right? But in reality, they're a hater. And I just saw 44, confirmation. Okay? Because of that, right? They don't want you to reach this potential. And they don't want you to hop on this journey because they know once you hop on this journey, there's no stopping you. Because they know the kind of person that you are, right? They know that you're resilient. They know that you're not the type of person that throws in the towel easy. You're not the kind of person that says, oh, it's going to be hard. It's cool. I'm going to do it anyways. Oh, it's going to be hard. Oh, man. Is there somebody that I can call that can come and do it for me? And then I can just come in and collect. Hold on, guys. Yeah. That's how they handle their things. They're like, can somebody come in and do it for me? And then I could just come in and pick up the benefits? Is there a way to do that? Meanwhile, you're over there working your butt off. What this is giving is like these motherfuckers were probably piggybacking off of you up until you said and dipped out. And that's why right now they do not want you to continue on this path because they know where it's leading. You might not know yet. You're gonna know. If you continue, you're gonna know. If you decide to go back to these people or to whoever, was in your energy before, if they have any karma to pay back for the things that they've done to a chosen child of God, you're gonna pay along with them. So you're going to be paying for a debt that you don't even owe. Think about that, okay? Before you make your choice. Because you have free will, honey. You can do whatever you down world please with your life. I'm just a messenger here. But I feel like now Spirit has built this bridge for you to go over, right? Or maybe you are. Maybe you're... Okay, thank you, Spirit. It's you. So we have Archangel Sandalphon here. It says building bridges. Your role is to create a connection between heaven, earth, and all hearts. Again, like I said, you're a truth teller. You're a truth... I was going to say you're a truth seer. That's what I wanted to say. You're a truth teller and a truth seer. So this could be, okay, this can be a situation, right? If I come up to you and I tell you, oh yeah, I'm blonde. I'm a natural blonde. You're gonna know that I'm fucking lying. This is what I'm saying, like a truth seer. Like you see my nose growing. That's who you are. That's why for you, like truth, honesty, loyalty, those type of things, like are not negotiable. They are not negotiable in your book. Like, once those things are broken, like, you're, like, over. You're someone that 12-12 confirmation. You're somebody that goes by the book. And when I mean the book, I mean the book of God. You obey by His rules. You are following His orders. And that's the reason why this rainbow's coming up for you, honey. Oh, I just heard you are on your way to the pot of gold. Oh my God, and I just saw 1234. Whoever you are, don't stop. Okay, don't stop. Don't stop. I know it's hard. Trust me. You're not even crying. Knock it off. Okay. Do not stop. Trust me. I can sit here for 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours and tell you why I'm saying that. I know that all too well. Okay? Do not stop. You're like, I'm alone. I don't have a job. I don't have money. I have to feed my kids. I have to pay rent. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna be okay. And I know it's easier said than done. I'm telling you, dude. When I come on here and I start talking, when you hear me say, trust me, you need to do it. You wanna know why? Because there is nothing that, like I said in my last video, there is nothing you can't tell me that I haven't gone through. There is nothing you cannot tell me that I have not gone through. Okay? SA went there. Homelessness happened there. Spend months, weeks without food, been there. Hopping from couch to couch from friends, been there. Oh my God, heartbroken by karmic partners, been there. Mentally abused, been there. Now, that's only in the 3D. That's in the physical. In the spiritual, mental warfare, beauty spells, fat spell, like all kinds of spells you can think of to stop my money, to stop my growth, to stop me from coming into this, I was going to say to this union. Maybe that too, right? Stop me from finding real love. That's why I only found people that were karmic, or people with addictions, or people that were abusive in nature, right? In any way, shape, or form of what that may look like, right? Just people that were not good for me. So it could have been like a spell of just only sending like damaged people towards me instead of healed people towards me, right? Maybe promiscuous, been there, right? Promiscuity, been there. You know what I'm saying? Like my husband, ex-husband, sleeping with my mama, been there. Sleeping with his sister, been there. Right? Oh, by the way, yeah, my mama attacking me spiritually and physically, right? My brother and my sister attacking me in the spirit and in the 3D. My ex-husband attacking me in the 3D and in the spirit. So that's why I say there is nothing that you can tell me that I'm just gonna be like, wow, because I know what motherfuckers do to a chosen one. Look what they did to Jesus. But Jesus understood what that meant. That the whole sacrifice. Jesus knew what that meant for us. Spirit knew what it meant. Spirit knew that was necessary. Okay? And therefore, he made that sacrifice for us. Okay? And so, when you go through spiritual warfare, right? And warfare in the 3D, attacks in the 3D, right? And these people come after everything. They take your money. They put you in jail. They take your kids. They do this. They do that. And this and that. And that's, again. Hold on. So, again, there's nothing you can't tell me that I'm gonna be like, oh, because I know what these motherfuckers are capable of. I know what these bitches do. Again, like I said, I don't want to do the hard work. Can somebody do the hard work for me? And then, and then I can get all the benefits. This is what it's giving. So because you put in all the hard work, because you're putting in all the hard work, shit's about to pop off for you, honey. If it's not now, you continue doing what you're doing and it will show up. Believe me. Because we also have Chamuel. It says relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reason for the people in your life. Again, the people that you've had in your life, right? That they were maybe karmic, or they were deceptive, liars, whatever you want to call it, right? But what was the point? What was the purpose? For you to have a spiritual awakening? For you to discern? For you to choose healing over revenge? For you to choose love over bitterness? For you to choose self over loving others? No, Citlali. No.
I can make it myself.
No. Over loving others. Hold on. So you have to see it like that. Right? It's not like, oh, this bastard, he did this to me and he did that to me. But why? Why did he do that? Did I have to learn a lesson? Did he have to learn a lesson? Did we have to learn this lesson together? Or was it just for me? Again, Jesus, right? The bigger picture. He understood the bigger picture. And so maybe some of you are like, oh, if God existed, then why does he let this happen? And why does he let that happen? And why did he let this happen? Go back to what happened to Jesus. Or like Mary, Mother Mary, right? Mother Mary sacrificed her only child. Because again, she understood his purpose. She understood. And not only did she understand, she understood and she was obedient. If God said, because Abraham couldn't have kids, right? Or they couldn't have kids. And God blessed her with Jesus, right? But Jesus had a purpose. And Mary knew that. Mary knew that eventually what happened was going to happen. But she made her peace with it. She surrendered to it because she knew what it meant for the universe. She knew what it meant for the world. She knew what it was going to mean for us once we were here. You see what I'm saying? So that's what okay, if your mom was karmic, right? Or a narcissistic mother, right? Who always told you that you ain't shit, that you were never going to be shit, that you ain't this, that you ain't that, whatever the fuck, right? Again, projecting. But it's because she sees what you carry. She doesn't have to go to a practitioner and do the bibbidi bob for her to know that. Deja. No, right there. No, right there. She saw that about you. And so she was like, oh, hell no, we got to kill this. We're going to put fear in her. We're going to put fear in him. We're going to make them think that this is something evil, something from the dark, so they don't go towards it. Right? So you gotta see it in those eyes, collective. You cannot see it like, fuck her. Fuck that bitch. No. And I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna tell her that she was such a horrible mother and she was this and she was that and she was that. I've told you guys here on my channel. If you guys have been following me for a cool minute, y'all know what's up. I've been telling you about my mom. This bitch would leave us in the house for like a week and not show up. We had no food, no nothing. Sometimes the lights were turned off because she didn't pay him. So we had no food and no lights. I was like 14. My brother was like 4, 3, 2, 1, like 11. And my sister like 8. What are we supposed to do? Right? But never once, since I've started this spiritual journey, and to be honest, even before, I always used to say like, oh no, that's the only mom I have. That's the only mom God gave me. So I mean, I gotta love her the way she is, because that's what God says we're supposed to do. Honor your mother and your father, right? But what if that bitch ain't my mama? 22 as I'm saying that. Right? And I always thought that. I'm like, dude, why am I the only one that is like the voice of reason? Why am I the only one that like walks the line? Why am I the only one that's always speaking truth? And you motherfuckers get mad because I'm telling you the truth. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, before, I would always think that. I would always say that, like, bitch, what? You know, and it almost feels like you're the one that's really going crazy, but it's because of how they're projecting it onto you. Right? If it's your mom, your brother, and your sister, right, like it was for me, all three of them are like, what's wrong with you? You're the one doing this. You're the one doing that. Like, I feel like the siblings are like the minions. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's how it was. My mom was the leader, and my brother and my sister were the minions. They wanted approval so bad that they went with her. And don't get it twisted. I wanted her approval so bad. So bad. But I never went with her. I gave her money. I gave her a place to stay. She lived rent-free. I would wash, cook, clean for her. She lived with me so many times, y'all. And all the time she lived with me, I was in a relationship, and all those relationships went to shit. Why, I wonder? You see what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know why I'm even saying that. You could probably even find out that your family's not your family, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. Because if you feel the way the way I felt, the way I'm telling you guys that I felt, now that spirit is showing me these things, I'm able to understand now why they were such with me. One, because no, we don't carry the same blood. 24, as I said that. We don't carry the same blood. Okay? Because I walk in light. They walk in dark. They walk in fear. I don't walk in that. I am fearless. But see, these are lessons. 44, oh my God, 444 as I'm saying that. I'm telling you, fearless, divinely protected. What about it? That's why I walk in fearless energy, because I know that I am divinely protected by the light of God and the Holy Spirit. Okay? Whew. So you could be finding out something like that, for real. I'm dead ass. You could definitely be finding out something like that. If you are saying, damn, I always felt like that too when I was young. That had nothing in common with my siblings. And my siblings were always like, nah, fuck you, da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. Why? It's because they're not your siblings. Okay? They're not. They are not your siblings. And right now, on my feed, on my other channel, the Cosmic Creation 144, I follow a few people, right? And actually like 3. But their videos from last year are popping up on my feed like crazy. And I'm like, why? If I've been on this journey for a year, so I know what happened this past year. So then would that mean that they made that video the year prior, right? And I saw 2 of them. And yeah, definitely that. So that could be something that's happening to you right now. You can be seeing this video in real time and resonating, or you're going to be seeing this video a year from now, 10 months from now, 6 months from now, and resonate. Okay? This is collective and it's timeless. Okay? Because not everybody's operating in the same frequency. All right? So again, it's making sure that you are paying attention and discerning why my mom was so karmic. Oh, it's because I'm chosen. And you are, what's that word? Threatened. Thank you, Spirit. You are threatened by me. And I'm not trying to boost your ego or none of that, right? But that's basically what it is. They are threatened of the anointing that you carry. And they want it for themselves, or they want to have it, or even if they don't want it, they needed you around so they can continue to have this energy, like the rainbow energy of like abundance and fruitfulness, prosperity, joy, luck, money, love. Oh my God, see? And they don't walk in that. They do not walk in that. And if, look, it says your role is to create a connection between heaven and earth and all hearts. You are probably here to serve. I don't know, maybe your mission is to work with kids that have been abandoned, that never found a home, or that don't have a home. Maybe you are meant to, maybe you're a person that you operate in the energy of love. Because we have Haniel here. Haniel, that's what she's about. Haniel, it says embraced by love. Let love reach where it has never reached before. Definitely that. You might be of service. Maybe you're a healer, right? Maybe you're meant to heal people with your words, with music, with crystals. Because I am seeing like a green crystal right here, right? Sorry for the noise, you guys. My kids are going crazy. With crystals, Reiki healing, podcasts, right? Energy readings, and anything that can be of service for healing hearts. Okay? If you're not quite sure yet, maybe grab a rose quartz, because that is for the heart. Maybe put on like a bracelet or a necklace, earrings, because I have the amethyst earrings right now. Okay? But yeah, always see, this is why I'm saying, like, if you're barely starting your journey right now, don't be scared. Everything that's happening to you is wonderful. It's not happening what is it? It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay? Shh. Wow, see? We have Ragal. It says waves of healing. Be open and vulnerable, as this will initiate healing and harmonious resolutions. You see what I'm saying? If you continue on this path, no matter how hard it gets, because I was literally this close to getting kicked out of this house that I am in right now. And I am still here. A year later, I don't have a job, okay? I do not have a job, but spirit, and this is another thing I was going to say with this one, when it says people don't cross your path by chance, right? So after you recognize, right, the reasons why your attackers were attacking you, and you make peace with that, and you heal, and you release, and you let it go, you forgive, and you let it go, I would suggest maybe listen to Haniel's frequency or to Archangel Raphael. Those two, Raphael works on healing your heart, healing your wounds, your emotions, even past childhood traumas that you've got. Like, okay, when you wake up, when you answer the call, you are basically forced. So spirit puts up a mirror and shows you yourself from the time you stepped into this world to the moment right now, right? And maybe when you were, I don't know, in your addictions and you were out fucking around and doing shit you weren't supposed to be doing, right? It was because of all those wounds that you didn't deal with. What you did was push them all the way down, and you were like, bitch, you ain't never coming back up. Little did you know, though, that you have an anointing over you. So now that you've answered this call, Spirit's like, okay, where's that at? Oh, bring it up. Where's the other one at? Oh, yep, bring it up. And Spirit is like, in order to heal and progress and keep moving forward, we need to face that and that and that and that. And that right there, collective, is going to be your true test. Because not everybody is prepared for that. And that is not meant for the weak, neither. Because even though it's things that you've already passed in your life, dealing with it requires an unbelievable amount of strength. Okay? That you carry. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be scared. Don't be saying things like, oh, hell no, I ain't trying to deal with that. I buried that shit a long time ago. I don't even want to hear that. Nope. That's not what we're doing. Ahorita, that's not what we're doing. Okay? But once you do that, you're going to start to see everything unfold. Because I didn't give up. And I continued. No matter how hard it got. And I'm not going to lie, I threw myself on my living room floor many times, collective, crying, asking God to help me. Because I didn't know what I was going to do. I have a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old. No money, no job. An ex-husband who's like trying everything in the book to keep all the doors closed for me. A mother who's trying to do everything in her power to keep the doors closed for me. And look where I'm at. Look where I'm at. Look where I'm at. Am I where I really want to be? No, I'm not. But I'll tell you this. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. I'm not stressed. I'm not tensed. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not pissed off. I'm not angry. And I lived my life like that for a really long time, guys. A long time. Okay? Going through a situation like SA is not something that you heal overnight. Okay? I grabbed the bottle. The bottle was my best friend. Vodka? Ooh, honey. Tequila? Yeah. And then my older brother passed away. I'm not gonna cry. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you just how much I loved him. How much I loved him. And I still can't quite make the connection because he left when he was 17. He was like, I ain't dealing with your shit. Bye. And he left. He preferred to live on the streets than to live with this lady. Okay? And every time he came back around, he would only look for me. He wouldn't look for my mom. He wouldn't look for my siblings. Okay, ahorita voy. He wouldn't look for anybody else but me. He wouldn't look for anybody else but me. And I still haven't quite connected those dots yet onto why. Right? But I know Spirit's going to show me. So I'm just being patient. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Find the patience. Pray. Meditate. Get grounded. Go to the beach. Go to the park. Lay on the grass. Hug a tree. Put your feet on the dirt. Connect. Stay. Thank you, Spirit. Stay connected. You are already connected. Staying connected is going to be the big test here. Okay? And once you do that, I'm not going to lie. You're going to be going it's almost like test after test after test after test, right? So after you heal and do everything, you might think, all right, cool. So when's all my stuff coming? It doesn't work like that. We're still healing. And not only that, these motherfuckers going to want to come back around. They're going to circle around. And Spirit's going to say, all right. She says she's healed. She said he learned his lesson. Let's see. Enter. And your karmic mother shows up. She's like, I don't have no money. I don't have no food. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry I can't help you. You're letting your mother like this? How can you do this to your mother? What kind of child are you? Don't even acknowledge that. Because it's a tactic. It's a form of trying to make you feel guilty for choosing yourself. For loving you. It's almost like, love you too, baby. It's almost like the audacity, who the fuck you think you are picking yourself and loving on yourself? That makes you selfish. It does not make you selfish, Collective. It does not. It makes them selfish for thinking that they matter more than you yourself. You see what I'm saying? No. And that right there is what Spirit wants to see. If you learn those lessons, if you've healed those wounds, and Spirit might even bring them up again, and you're like, the hell? Didn't I already heal this? Why am I going through it again? Again, staying connected. You are already connected to the divine. Staying connected. It's like, what do they say? It's like anybody can get an A. Continuing to get A's, that's the challenge. Okay? And so this is what I'm telling you here and now. You are connected. Staying connected is going to be your challenge. Now, are you going to pass your test or not? Are you going to give it your all, or are you going to throw in the towel? Are you ready to be in fearless energy and face whatever you're about to face? Or are you going to go back to these fuckers and deal with the bullshit? That's on you. We got Raphael Raziel. It says the inner working. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Wow. Okay.
Can you put the TV?
Ahorita. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to dig deeper. Spirit's gonna do it for you. This is like a no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't get me wrong. We all have free will, right? Confirmation. We all have free will. We all have free will. So if Spirit brings up your wounds again, and you're like, man, F this, I'm throwing in the towel. You throw in the towel, you turn and walk away.
Thank you, thanks.
We will never, no matter, if you can be on this journey for 10 years and you're still going to be tested. You can be on this journey for 10 years and still come across, wow. And come across people that are, like what they say, right? New levels, new devils. So just because you got rid of these fuckers doesn't mean that there's other fuckers that are going to want to fuck with you. But by that time, you're going to have, wow, I can't make it up. Didn't I just tell you? Didn't I just tell you about this wonderful Angelito? Oh my God, I just told you to call him. And he's here. Did you call him? Have you been calling him? Because he is present. Okay, we got Archangel Raphael. It says clarity of vision. It says, be willing to see the different, what? Be willing to see things differently, to initiate healing and experience wholeness, right? So that's twice about you. Espérate. This is already 2 cards, right? This one said, like, people don't just come into your life by chance, right? And this is also saying, you know, the reasons of the hurt. Does that make sense? Like that, the Chamuel's card is saying that nobody crosses your path by chance. Like they had a purpose to be there, whether if it was good or bad. And this one is you acknowledging the fact that either they were good or they were bad, but you see the reasons why if it was good. And you also see the reasons why if it was bad. You're seeing things differently now. It's not like I said, it's not like, oh yeah, my brother is such a douchebag. He was this, he was that, and he did this and he did that. Right? No, now it's like, yeah, my brother was like this and like that, but I understand that he was like that because he's in pain as well. Because he has to heal too. Because he's being manipulated by my dad. Because my dad is an alcoholic. And he's abusive, mentally, verbally. Okay? And you're like, so now I understand why my brother attacked me. Because my mom, maybe your mom, I don't know, confirmation. Because my dad is this, that, and the other. And this won't get your brother off the hook. Okay? This won't get your brother off the hook just because he's doing everything daddy says. No. Everybody has free will. So your brother could say, no, I'm going to stick with my sister or brother. And we're going to join forces in the light. And you cannot come for us. But your brother didn't do that. Your brother said, oh, you want me to attack my sister? You want me to attack my brother? Okay, I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. Why? Because your brother also has wounds that they need to heal. Your brother also has childhood wounds that they need to heal. And so again, them still at the same time seeking approval, but not doing anything for it. You know what I'm saying? Well, not the approval, not doing anything to heal. Because once they heal, they'll realize then that they don't need approval from nobody. Just like you will as well. The moment you see the bigger picture and you start to understand and discern the reasons why, like, wicked people are sent your way, you're gonna start to see, and that is going to, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's why. Well, I forgive you. May God bless you. but I release you. You can't be with me. 444, as I'm saying that. You start to see things. You start to understand. We had wow. Didn't I how many times did I say discernment? How many times did I say discern? We have Archangel Daniel, divine discernment. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. Okay, so I'm getting somebody here that's very intuitive, that is very, like I said, loyalty, respect, honesty. Those are things that are not negotiable for you. Okay, so when somebody, again, like I said, oh my God, I've always been a blonde. You're like, girl, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? It's immediately you see the lie. Right? So it says trust in the message. So right now that you are going through this spiritual awakening, or that you're on this spiritual journey, you already hearing things, and you're like, what? Nah, I didn't really hear that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Trust it. Because before, when you're asleep, right, your intuition is always talking to you. Whether you're asleep or awake, your intuition is always talking to you. So, but you never listened. And right now that you're awake, like your intuition has a really, you know what it's giving? It's giving like your intuition right now has like the blowhorn where you speak through it. That's how loud it is. So that's why Daniel is telling you to trust that. Trust what you're seeing. Trust what you're hearing. Trust what you're believing. If you say, nah, my brother is awesome, dude. He was never. And then you go to sleep, right? And Spirit shows you that, I don't know, a vision that your brother was next to your dad, I don't know, lighting candles, and you saw your picture. And you're like, that can't be my brother. My brother has always been there for me. My brother has always. This is going back to that video I posted, that not to believe the lies because it's fake or something like that. I think it's the last video I posted. But this is giving that. This is like retouching that, or like reiterating that. Like, Spirit showed you something. Spirit showed you something, and they're telling you to trust that. This is what this is giving. They're telling you to trust it because it's divinely guided. It's of the divine. Again, going back to, people not wanting you to be on your path. They want you to doubt it so you don't go into this journey fully. But you are. You are. Because you already initiated it. You already initiated it. I know, like, once you're in it, you could get scared, right, and not want to do it. And there is going back, right? But going back will not bring anything good for you. Okay? Moving forward, definitely. Because that's what the Vortex card said, right? Hold on. Let me see where it's at. Yeah, it said, focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. So what outcome do you require? Do you want to be in pain with motherfuckers that don't respect you, or that do spell work, or that are wicked, period? That are wicked. That are just wicked. In any way, shape, or form. They're just wicked. Do you want that? Or you want to see what this brings? You want to see where this leads? You're going to put all your effort and your heart into this. Because you're like, no, I believe. I believe. I don't care if they call me fucking crazy. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. I know what Spirit showed me. I'm not fucking crazy. I know. I feel like maybe, again, like I said, you were a truth teller, right? So maybe you always call people out on their bullshit. And that doesn't sit well with everybody. Okay? And maybe sometimes you were really hitting the nail on the head. You got two. So we're going to close it out with those two, okay? And maybe you hit the nail on the head every time because you're that intuitive. This is unconsciously, probably. You unknowingly always spoke facts. And I feel like people were like, bro, how the fuck did he know that? How did he know that I was doing that behind his back with no proof? How did she know that I was cheating if she never caught me? If I was so careful. I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. How did she fucking find out that I was cheating? That intuition. Maybe you said things, right? Maybe you weren't attacking this person or anything like that, right? But you were like, oh yeah, you probably don't want to do this anymore because you got another thing on the side or something. And this person probably was like, okay, there you go with your fucking toxic ass. Let me just go this way. And they went, right? But the whole time in their mind, they're like, what the, how does she know that? How does he, how? Somebody's like, you've blown people's mind. Whether you know it or not, you've blown people's mind because every time you spoke truth, you spoke facts. And they were like, fuck that. These are fake ass people that never wanted to show their face around you. And because you spoke of these facts, that mask slowly just starts to slime down. And you start to see who they really are. And you're like, ugh. I don't fuck with people like you on a regular. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but I got to go. We have Jofiel. It says, trust the unfolding. It says there is no wrong path, only choices. Thank you, Spirit. Didn't I just say that? You are entitled to free will. You have free will. Okay, there's no bad path, just wrong choices. Going back would be one of those wrong choices, y'all. Trust. There is no wrong path, only choices that can take you closer or further from love. Right? And we have Haniel here. Somebody really needs to mend their heart. Whoever you are, I was going to say heart again. Whoever you are. Call on Archangel Haniel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Jofiel to mend your hearts. Okay? I'm thinking of a crystal maybe you can use. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. Whee! I mean, for now, I can give you the rose quartz, right? Definitely that. Look, it says we have Archangel Ariel. It says sacred activist. Protect what is right and just. Let love lead the way. There's a lot of love here. We got 4 cards for the heart. We have Archangel Haniel, embraced by love. Archangel Raphael, clarity of vision. That will happen once you mend your heart. Okay? Then we have then we have Jofiel, that there's no wrong path, only wrong choices, right? And now we have Archangel Ariel. Okay? It says sacred activist. That's who you are. You're an activist, right? Because you defend what's just, you defend what's right. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're the kind of person, right? Like, let's say, for example, if you're in line at the grocery store and there's an elderly woman in front of you and the cashier is being straight to that elderly woman. And let's say the elderly woman doesn't speak English, right? She speaks another language. And you so happen to speak that language. And the cashier's like, oh, well, I can't help you because I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Like, she's being a total douchebag, right? And you're like, let me go find somebody that speaks that little language you're speaking and sit over there somewhere. And you're like, hold the fuck up. I can speak that language. And you help this older lady put all her groceries up there so you help her pay. You might even pay for her groceries, okay? You bag all her groceries, you put them in the cart, you take those to her car, all right? You check that cashier one time. What? Okay. You check. Espérame, papi. You check that cashier one time. you check that cashier one time before you leave.
Okay, man. Okay, man.
And you help that and you help the elderly woman with her cart to her car, and you help her put her groceries in her car, and you defended her against that cashier. And in return, this older lady grabs you by her hands and she says, "Thank you so much." I just feel so warm in my heart space. See, this is what I'm saying. You're kind. You are a kind soul. You are a kind spirit. But people have been coming for you for so long that you just could have turned angry and bitter, or maybe you walk around with like a resting bitch face or like a snappy ass attitude. We got to get out of there and go back to who you are. Okay? Protect what is right and just. Let love lead the way. Now you can continue to defend what's right and what's just, but from here, from a place of love. Now, right, maybe before, right, if you were in that situation, you told that cashier, "Bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't be talking to this older lady like that. The fuck's wrong with you?" And me, right? No, it's not like that. Now, you did that whole scenario, right, and now you turn around and you tell that cashier, "God bless you. Have a nice day." And you let God take care of that cashier. Okay? I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. Mwah.